Hey y'all, and welcome back to Family. Y'all know how we do it. We get straight to it. And I have some news, y'all. But first, before I do that, I want to say thank you to everybody who has supported my 12 months makeup series. It's been fun, but I'm going to now switch over to Morning Tea with Lee. I really enjoyed doing that series because I felt like it would help a lot of women who struggle with certain things within their makeup. It's kind of tough because, again, y'all know me, I don't like quitting things, but I don't think that it works well with my current schedule. And I have to make sure that I'm bringing you content in a manner that I can sustain. And it was just a struggle, y'all. Oh my God. This is what I'm doing now, Morning Tea with Lee. I get up and I do my makeup naturally every morning. With that being said, I can manage what I'm going to be doing a lot better. I mean, don't hesitate to join me while we pivot to that series. It's still going to be makeup. It'll be just full looks and the looks that I wear to work. That's the main change. Mostly non-instructional, more current topics. I'm going to talk about things that resonate with us on a day-to-day basis. I can see the vision. I know where it's going. So I'm very excited to have you join that next chapter with me and see what that looks like. For those of you that wanted to just see more behind the scenes, more me up. This is my Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Blurring Balm in the shade 9.5. What I just did my brows with is Cafe from Maybelline. Yeah, it's more me. We get to have a conversation about some topics that may be happening in your life. It may resonate with you that morning and it may not. My plan is to see you more often what it is right now. That's the plan. Y'all know I'm a one-woman show. That being said, editing is my nemesis. Getting the content to you within the relevant amount of time is my pain point. I'll be working on that. Trust me. Hold on a second. So if you have any topics that you want us to talk about in the morning, y'all drop them in the comments and let me know because we can chit chat, y'all. We can chit chat. This is my Yummy Skin Tint in the shade 14. So now that we got that on, y'all can see we going with that yummy skin. If y'all haven't checked out the most recent video that has released from the Sephora sale, honey, like I told y'all, I'm working on creating a better routine with these skin tints so that I can do makeup that looks more skin-like. What y'all think so far? Y'all drop me some comments and y'all let me know. Also, drop me comments and let me know how y'all feeling about the change. Dun, 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 the change. I know change is sometimes not easy for everybody, but sometimes it's a good thing. Don't always think of change in a bad way. I picked up 2 new pigments just this weekend from About Face. One is in the shade, what is this? Vintage Granada. I thought it was a brown. Well, we're going to see. But it's more like a purpley look like. And then I picked up, the shade is gone off the bottom of this one. I think that's what I threw away the other day. I forgot what this shade is. But it's more like a tan, that neutral shade. These are so easy to use. I really enjoy using them, y'all. They're matte eyeshadow paints. Ooh, this is pretty. We just put them on, tap them in like this. Yeah. So if you want to add a bit of color to your eyeshadow, this is the way to go when you first starting off. You don't want to do too much. I would say this is it because look how easily that goes. First, prime your eye because it will crease on you. Like I said, I've used these before, so I know that. I didn't prime my eye, but I'm going to put eyeshadow on top of it. And you can do that also. I like the eyeshadow option on top because I want the color to be more pronounced. That's my deal. What y'all think? Have you tried the About Face Fluid Eye Paints or would you try them? Let me know in the comments below. You can also double up. You don't have to put just one layer for more of a pigmented look. And then boom, there you have it. See? And don't be afraid. I just use my little Real Techniques brush to blend everything out. And boom, we are there. Easiest way to add eye color to your routine. And then I'm going to take my Smoking Roses to see if a color in here matches, which, like heaven, they both look white. So I know what palette. Hold on. Let me grab a different palette. I grabbed my Warrior 2 Juvia's Places palette because I understand what these colors will look like. And I'm going to use Kanya and just go right on top like this and just pack it on just like that. So out of the Juvia's Places palette, I'm going to go with Kafura. Yeah. And just throw this on the edge because I wanted a brown. There we go. This is how I take care of my eyes. Just to make sure that I am very clear on what I just share with you guys about the switch. Anybody that has been following the series and that have been anticipating the next video in reference to creasing up under your eyes, I do have that video filmed. I'm not sure if I'm going to go ahead and publish it, but if I do, you will see it actually before this video. How y'all feeling? I feel like I broke some news to you guys. Y'all talk to me. This is Yummy Skin in the shade 15, y'all. I'm all stammering all over my words. Maybe I'm the one that's heartbroken about the series being gone. Oh, Lord. And quite honestly, if I could just share with you guys very openly, the main portions of the series we did get through. So I don't want you to feel like you lost anything by me not continuing the series. Some of the things that we probably didn't get a chance to cover were lips and just doing some look. Don't feel too cheap. Okay. So now that that news is out there and we understand where the change is coming from and what we are doing, let me just talk to you guys very candidly about where I am in my life, in my world, as I continue to get dressed. The information that I'm sharing with you now, by the time you see it, it is going to be a little dated because of the time frame on editing. Today is the day at my job. If you don't know, if you haven't seen the video, I work at FDIC. That video is out there. Everything that's been going on with federal workers has been happening to me. I don't share that much on this channel, but if you are a part of my vlogging channel, then you hear it quite often because I share it a lot over there in my experience and what I'm going through. So today is a day that we get the opportunity to choose some of the options for the incentives of leaving our organization. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm not sad because I know there are some people that want to take these incentives. They are gung-ho. Some people are ready to retire. And some of these incentives are retirement incentives. They're just options to retire early. Some of us need our job. We don't want to be involuntarily retired and or separated either. I got up and I felt like, wow, this is really happening. I'm living in this moment. Today is the day that we decide, do we want to basically get paid until September to not do work, find another job and go somewhere else and then not come back to the FDIC for 5 years? Depending on the options that you take. I want my job. And when I say I want my job, then boom, something else happens or something else comes down the pipeline and then you have to deal with that. It is the constant nonsense that we keep having to deal with when it comes to keeping our job. That's the hesitation of what I'm trying to say. I'm literally processing my feelings and emotions live and on camera with you guys. When I walk in today, there'll be an email and I have to sit down and read and make sure that I understand all of my options, which there are not too many for me, and go from there. It's just that factor of not never, but of uncertainty, not knowing just not knowing. Okay, 1 second, hold on. I think most people would be like, well, if the deal is you get to get yourself out of a stressful situation, you don't have to go back to that for 5 years, considering who in office for the next 4, why would you not do that? Sounds simple enough on paper, right? But we have families, we have children, we have benefits. We also have people that have already taken that option. Not only that, how many people who were not given that option, but who are out in this economy looking for jobs? And yes, I believe in God before someone puts that down the bottom and say, yes, you need to lean on faith and believe that God has you. I do wholeheartedly. This is my one size bronzer that I'm putting on right now. I believe God will take care of us. But I also, like I say, 100% of the time, God has given me such great insight and common sense to make sure that my decisions are made smartly, not just, emotional. I'm put like this, not having to put God in predicaments to always save me. Because if I keep making these emotional decisions, man, he gonna be out here saving my life, throwing me life rafts all day, every day. All right, y'all, I picked up, this is new to me. This is the Buttermilk Blush, and I tried a different shade over the weekend. Baby, this was pigmented, so I'm trying to put too much on my brush, but I thought this color would be very neutral and very gorgeous. I also started to put my blush in a different place on my face, and I love it. The way it just makes my makeup look. And look at this. This blush is gorgeous. And it was not that much on the brush. Oh my God. Oh. Placement, blush, A+. Okay? If you do not have these Buttermilk blushes, get them. I can't recommend these enough. I'm gonna have this forever because I barely put on anything. Now, that's gorgeous. That is gorgeous. Like I was saying, now there are some people that will qualify for other benefits, and those benefits come with like a lump sum of money. And that makes the decision a lot easier to make, because now God ain't gotta do so much damage control. You feel me? He not out here in these streets trying to pick you up from crying all the time. Like, Lord, why did I make this decision? You know what I'm saying? It works. Child. Let me get on to the next step, because I'll be here all day. I hope y'all really do understand. I am making kind of light of the situation, but it is definitely not a light situation to be making. Right now I'm using my Huda Beauty in the shade Cinnamon Bun. I wanted to use this to give me just a little bit of color. The first powder that I used was my Givenchy powder, but I like using both of them as a mix because Huda gives me that perfect blended shade to go along with the bronzer, because it's like nice and tannish looking, and the Givenchy powder, it gives me more of a highlight. So I use that mainly right here under my eyes. Also, that's another thing that be on my mind a lot. Content. It's been said to do what you love on the side until you're able to do it full time. I don't know how long you have been watching me, but if you've been watching me from the top of my journey, you know I did start off as a content creator who was home full time, and I would give a lot to be in that situation again, to be able to create my content full time, because when I first started out, I really did not understand how much time I needed to put into content creation. But as I have been looking and learning, okay, she's waking up, baby, this voice waking up. But as I've been looking and learning and, you know, wanting to build my brand a whole lot more, I am like, no, I need to have more time to do this. I'm telling my husband all the time, I need time to do this. I need time to film this. I need time to, and he like, how you always saying you need to do editing and this and that and the third, but you don't never have time and da da da. And I'm like, yeah, I work 10 hours a day, so I'm always at work for the most part. So then I try to explain to him that my weekends are made for content creation. That is the time that I work on my part-time job. Unfortunately, my part-time job is a full-time job, or should be a full-time job, and I'm trying to put out as much content as I possibly can and stay consistent and make sure I'm doing it right, not just put out anything half butt. And on top of all that, ladies and gentlemen, I do all 100% of everything for myself, all while maintaining a full-time job. I do it all, and I love it. I love what I do. I love what I do. And the bad part, not the bad part about it, but here's the kicker. I love what I do at work too. How can you have two things that you love? I do, crazy as it may sound. When we are in full stride, man, I love what I do at work. So it's not like I just want to be like, oh yeah, I can just leave my job and come to YouTube. Although some days I do feel like that. Let me just be honest. I'm just keeping it 100. But I'm not going to do that because I love what I do at work too. Do I feel like I can do both? I've been managing both of them thus far. And hopefully this change will help me manage both of them. Not only that, be kind of therapeutic. You know what I'm saying? I get to talk and tell the world wide web, what's going on in my world. And then y'all get to talk back to me, and y'all let me know, am I really a Mad Hatter or not? I'll be right back. Hold on. All right. And for my Microlocs community, I did not forget about you all. Because, girl, we still have to get ready, too. We're going to spray our hair down in the morning. This is what I do typically in the morning. I spray my hair with some water before I go. Ooh, that feels so doggone. If it's not cold outside. Now, in the winter, no, we're not doing this in the morning. I don't want to catch pneumonia. Okay. And then I did look up this product, which is the Lamoda Keratin Argan Oil. This is really for somebody who has natural hair, not really me. Y'all know it. Baby, we going in with our lock sanity. I haven't put none on in a while. I haven't put in that Lamoda stuff, so we going to throw some on the hair, honey. My hair has been growing. Are y'all out here growing out here, honey? And I took that braid out. My hair looks real crinkly in the front. I'm going to try to let it stay like that. I think I want to do a braid out next. That's where I'm going. I should have asked my sister if she would braid my hair this weekend, but we were so busy with everything else. That itch after a retie, baby. Ooh, yes. All of this feels so delightful. All right. So to keep my hair out of my face, I'll just pin this back a little like that. What y'all think? Nah, that ain't it. That's why, you know, I be trying to style with these little pins and stuff, but I don't know. I think with this, it takes me to do like a little something like this. You got to twist it, you know, and then kind of pin it up like that. And then that gives it a little, okay, we here. What y'all think? latte. Okay, we styled the hair. So if you skipped to this part, then baby, this is where we are. All right, y'all, let me throw my shirt on. This is the scent for today. If you follow my vlog, then you know we just picked this up and it smells so good. Bananas are the most prevalent smell in this, but it's such a spring, summer smell. Oh, it smells so good. All right, so this is the look. I told y'all I was wearing some bright orange just to brighten up this Monday because, woo child, let me put some lotion on my hands. Make sure y'all go back and check out this video right here where I'm just doing my setting spray, setting powder. And I did do a dewy look, kind of like what we did today. I think it's, I tested it out for 6 hours, y'all. 6 hours, that setting spray only. Y'all go look at the results. And don't forget to subscribe because we are trying to grow our Wind Down with Lee community. And I'll see you guys on Sunday. All right, y'all. I'll talk to y'all later.